We're studying IGCSE chemistry and we're starting stoichiometry revision 1. Now in this class, we'll start with a few equations. Write this down in your notebook. N is equals to mass by mR. That the next thing is N is also equals to volume by 24 dm cubed. Now this is only for gases. For gases. Fine. We also have N is equals to, or C, concentration is equals to mole over volume. And we realize that 1 dm cube is equals to 1000 cm cube. Now please write this down in your notebook. Tell me when you're done. These are the only 3 equations you're ever going to be asked. Now, Niranjana, can you tell me what is molecular formula?
Can you repeat?
What is molecular formula?
Molecular formula.
Or you tell me what is, tell me what is relative atomic mass. Relative atomic mass.
It's 24.
Now check your notebook. If you have written the definition for this in the last class, we did it on Saturday, I think.
Yeah.
I made you write down the definition of relative atomic mass. Read it back to me.
Okay. One minute. Relative atomic mass. Yeah, I got it. It is sum of relative atomic mass. Relative atomic mass of one atom of an element reactive on a scale where one atom of carbon 12 is exactly 12 units.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
So now you can revise from those notes. What is relative molecular mass?
Wait. It is relative molecular sum of relative atomic masses of all atoms in one molecule of compound. Of the compound, yeah.
Of the compound. Good. That's
then it's written all of the elements is the periodic table. Group 1 valency and electrons, number of electrons in the outer shell, period number is equal to number of shells.
Yes, you know all of that. Now, I want you to write these things down. The new two new things: empirical formula and molecular formula. Write this in your notebook right now. So put today's date, put stoichiometry revision 1, and write these two down.
So all or just this one?
These two things, just these two, because you have already done relative atomic mass. You have done this. These two are remaining, and you should also write these two. These in the top, the equations in the top. Write those as well. Tell me when you're done. Done.
One answer. Yes, sir, done.
All right, okay. Now the first question we're going to solve is let's see. We have mass, MR, all of this, right? Fine. Let's start by talking about concentration. Concentration. I'm going to give you some questions to solve using the formulas which you know. A concentration is equals to moles over volume. Question 1 is find concentration of 5 grams of, let's say, NaOH. Is dissolved in 100 cm cube. Read the question, Niranjana.
Find concentration F5 gram of NaOH is dissolved in 100 cubic centimeter.
Right, cm cube. What's happening is, first thing is we'll list everything down. Make it a habit to write like this. All you'll ever have is concentration, moles. First, let's start with moles, concentration, volume, concentration. You'll have MR. You'll have this is all you'll have ever. Now the equations only have these three things. Either MR, there's one more thing, sorry, which is mass. That's it, these 5 things. All the equations are made from this. So the first thing is, let's look if we have any of these. Now they're asking us to find the concentration. That's the question. What is the concentration? Now our job is to see if we know anything else. Now, do you know any of these here? Do you know any of these?
Sir, can you help me do this, please?
Yes. तो आप मुझे बताओ कि मास पता है आपको? Yes, no.
The mass is 5 gram.
हाँ, तो यहाँ लिखना है 5 grams. अच्छा,
जी.
MR हमें पता है. MR हमेशा पता है. We always know MR. Always known. How do we know? Always, because आपके पास ये है ना यहाँ पर NaOH of NaOH. You'll have the periodic table. Use your periodic table and tell me the answer. Na is 23.
Sir, no, I don't have a periodic table.
I remember it. I remember the masses. Look, so Na is 23 always. O is 16. Hydrogen is 1. So the
Sir,
answer
oxygen is 16, right?
Oxygen is 16. Yes.
Yeah.
So 23 plus 16, that will give us 40. Done? Any doubts?
Yeah.
Now can I find moles or volume or concentration? Can I find any of these?
Yeah, we can.
What can we find? Look, mole is equal to mass by MR. Can you find moles?
Mass is there and MR is also there. So we can find it, right?
Right.
So
So
it will
5
be
divided
5 divided by 40.
by answer is
So 9.
9. 9?
Yeah. So 9, and what will we write over there?
It's not 9. It's not 9. 5 divided by
Then
40. What is it? 5 divided by 40. Not 40 divided by 5. 5 divided by 40.
so it is 1 by 8.
So I need the decimal over here in chemistry.
Ah, okay. So it is
125.
0.125.
Yes. Now, okay. We'll write moles. Right? N is moles. Moles. The symbol for moles is N. Okay. So I know the MR is 40 grams. Mass is 5 grams. I found the moles. Now can I find volume or concentration? तो पहले सबसे पहले your job is to see कि आपको पता क्या है. What do you know already in the question? ये तो दिया हुआ है आपके पास, right? So write this down पहले, सबसे पहले. these guys were already given to you. Right? 100 cm cube is given in the question, yes? You know this.
Yeah.
Now, can you find concentration? Concentration is mole over volume. Can you find concentration?
Will be 0.125 divided by 100 cubic with that.
So
Is it correct?
0.125 divided by 100. That's almost correct.
Correct.
What is the answer?
So it will be 1.25 into 10 raised to minus 3.
Right, but there is a problem. What is the problem?
You have to write it
Volume
in fraction.
in dm cube, always in dm cube. Okay, volume is always written in decimeter cube, not in cm cube. Is that clear? So whenever you have cm cube, you have to divide it by 1000. Okay, so whenever you have cm cube, just divide it by 1000. Is that clear? So 0.125 divided by 100 divided by 1000. This 100 is divided by 1000 to get it in dm cube. समझ आ रहा है? Now you tell me how many dm cube is 100 cm cube? It's 100 by 1000.
So always will divided by 1000.
Yes, make it a habit. cm cube आपको दिखाई देगा, you'll divide it by 1000. दिखा आप divide करो. Is that clear? As soon as you see it, shoot it. Fine. Okay. So, yeah. So, yep. All right. Now, what is the answer?
This will be 7 minutes. So is it necessary to put bracket?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you're going back from dm cube to cm cube. That's multiplied with 1000.
Yeah.
Write this in your
So
notebook.
it is 5 by 4, which is 1.25 dm cube.
1.25 mole per dm cube. Those are the units for concentration. Is that clear? Mole per dm cube, always. Mole per dm cube. Any questions here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, done. Now our job is, please write all of this in your notebook. If you haven't, have you?
Okay, one minute,
Write
I'll
it.
write them. I just did it in the calculator.
Write it in your notebook.
Okay.
Niranjana, done? What is the progress?
Done, sir.
God, all right. Okay. Fine. Just a second. Yep. Okay. So what we're focusing on here right now is these things done. Now we'll try another question, just like this. Question is, how many moles of Cl2 gas in 5 dm cube? Answer. How do I find this answer?
So first we will find the MR.
No, look at the
Right.
equations. Look at the equations, and there's something for, there's an equation for moles, and it says for gases. Find that equation and tell me in your notebook. What are the equations
That is
you have?
24 by.
So N is volume by 24 dm cube. Is that clear?
Yeah.
For gases.
Yeah.
Now over here, chlorine is a gas, yes?
Yes.
Have you been given the volume?
No.
No?
Yeah.
How much?
Wait, no.
No? Yes? No? It's 5 dm
No.
cube. This right here.
So how it will be? It's dm cube, right?
Yeah, dm cube is how you measure volume. Come on.
Oh.
What did we do here? Cm cube. Dm
Yeah,
cube.
now I got it.
You got it. How do you convert from dm cube to cm cube? Multiply 1000 cm cube, divide 1000. Okay. Now back to dm cube. Yeah, you've been given this. Now can you find the n? You have been given volume and you have to find n. How will you do it? You'll do 5 divided by 24. Yes?
Yeah.
Both have to be in the dm cube. Both have to be in dm cube. So they are in dm cube, so that's good. Now we can solve it. So 5 divided by 24 should be about 0.2 something. 0.2, 0. How much? 9 moles. Any doubts here? Okay, write this down in your notebook. Niranjana, done. Where are you?
Yes, I'm done.
Done. Okay. I will do another
It's
question.
thundering over here.
Thundering over there. That must be very cool. It's also raining all over the world. Yeah. Okay. Now we have moles. We have done this. We have done concentration. We have found moles. Right. I hope this is easy. I hope you're understanding. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do some questions on this.
So when I'm doing with you, it is easy. After that, it's
Because you don't write things down and you don't ask, do practice on your own. Right? With me, everyone feels easy because see, I teach everything. Yeah. But after you go on your own, you have to remember these things. We forget. We all of us forget. Right? So let's solve this question. Ask the question. Question 1. Read the question. Read the question.
when lead to nitrate is heated, two gases are given off. Solid lead to oxide remains. The equation for the reaction is shown. Calculate the MR of lead to nitrate.
Lead to nitrate. Okay. MR. How do you find the MR of lead to nitrate? First, tell me what is lead to nitrate. What is the symbol of lead? Lead is Pb. Is that clear? Write in your notebook. Lead is Pb. Lead. Write this in your notebook first. Pb is lead.
One minute. So 1 minute, I will get a new pen. The ink is over. Yeah, so 1 minute, I will write it.
Write it. Okay.
Then
All right. Yeah, done. Okay. Now we know lead is Pb is lead. Now what is the 2? What does the 2 tell us? Ask me. Yes.
so why for copper and lead and everything, this it is written in Roman.
Roman. Yeah, that tells us the charge. What does it tell us? The charge. The valency. So Pb is going to be 2 plus because they're saying 2.
Oh,
Make sense?
okay.
Okay, I see. Now lights are flickering in your head. That's good. Now after that, what happens is we need to keep that bulb on and
So
do along.
PB is 2
Yeah.
plus because it has 2. So
Written there, yes.
if it is lead 3, so the valency will be
3
PB
plus.
3 plus,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Oh,
Now you have
I got it.
nitrate. What is nitrate? NO3 minus. It is always this. Is that clear? Write this down.
Done.
Now what will this give us? How will I find the answer for the formula of this compound? Bring the 2 here, the minus there, 1 there. What happens? What is the product formula when you add Pb and nitrate? Niranjana, can you hear me? You're muted.
Yes, sir. I went to bottom.
Now, what is the product of this? Lead plus NO3 minus. Lead plus nitrate. What will you get?
it will be PB3,
PB3.
I guess.
After that, then all right, come on, look. I'm going to make this super simple for you.
Yeah.
And if you have to let's say realize then how to do this. Look at the charges. What are the charges?
+2 and -1.
It's not -1. It's 1 minus 2 plus.
Yeah.
Say it again.
2 plus and 1 minus.
ठीक है यहाँ से इसका charge यहाँ ले जाना है. Flip it. Bring this 2 here. Take this 1 there.
Okay.
और फिर ये प्लस हटा के इनको करीब ले आओ. Done. Put a bracket here. Remove the charges. PbNO32. समझ आया? Let's try it again. Look, what's happening? Now you had Pb2 plus NO3 minus. Then the 2 went there, 1 went there. Yes? Then we brought them close. And I put a bracket. Understood?
Then.
Let's start again. You tell me what happens first. First step.
So we will put brackets.
Yes, we'll put brackets. That's not the first step though. First step is bring the charge. Look at this.
Yeah. So it will be
The charge of Bb goes to NO3 at the bottom right.
Yeah. So how will we write it?
We'll write it like this. That's the answer. PbNO3 2.
Only this much?
Yes, this much. There's nothing else. कोई और कुछ नहीं हो रहा.
So is it necessary that we have to write that 1 over there?
No, not at all necessary.
Okay, now I got it. So can you give one more question?
Yes.
This?
I'll give you one more question. Now, this is the easiest thing in the subject, right? So you have to focus and get these correct. PB, and I know you can do it. NO3, 2. What about Fe, 3 plus OH minus? Answer.
So it will be Fe and OH bracket 3.
Wow.
Right?
Yes. A star. Easy? Got it?
Yes, sir.
What about NH4 plus and CO, let's say PO4 3 minus? Answer.
So we will take that 3 to the other side.
Yeah, that's all you have to do. So answer is?
So NH4 bracket CO4.
Got it? Correct. Now let's see. What about this? Mg 2 plus PO4 3 minus. Write all of this in your notebook.
This one, it will be Mg bracket 3 PO4 bracket 2.
Perfect. But you don't have to put bracket when you only have one element. You only put brackets first when you have many, right? Many, let's say a complex ion. An ion with 2 or 3 letters. This guy only has, or 2 or 3 elements. Now this has phosphorus and oxygen, while this is only magnesium, right? So it's Mg3PO4 2. Got it? You can put the bracket here, but you don't have to. Now write it in your notebook. Tell me when you're done. Right? Give the heading chemical formulae. Don't write chemical, write ionic formulae. Ionic formulae. Tell me when you're done. Because this is not what the chapter is about. We have to do a lot more. We're running out of time. We only have 10 minutes left. Please hurry up. You also joined class late. Niranjana, can you hear me?
So 1 minute, I will write it down.
Write it down, yes. Niranjana, done. You're taking a lot of time. I'm going to move on to the next question. The next question is,
So the Wi-Fi was low.
now can you hear me? Have you written it down? Read that question again. Come on. This question. A part. Niranjana, can you hear me? Read the part B question.
6.62 gram of lead to nitrate are heated until there is no further change in mass. One calculate mass of lead to oxide produced.
Okay, so mass of lead to oxide. You have to find how much lead to oxide is produced. Now this right here is lead to oxide. Can you see the equation? Look at the equation here. This guy. दिख रहा है? The equation on the top, the chemical equation, the balanced equation. Now we have lead over here and we have lead nitrate here. Lead oxide, lead nitrate. Yes. Now what's happening is that saying this much lead nitrate burns, is heated, how much lead oxide will form? Question समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा? Yes, no.
Yeah.
What
We
is
have to
yeah,
calculate the mass of the lead to oxide produced there.
produced? That's what the question is. But what else do you realize? We need to know how. Okay, we need to find. Let's say we have been given this guy, lead 2 nitrate. Yeah, we have been given that. So first we'll find the moles of lead 2 nitrate. What will I do? Find moles of lead 2 nitrate. Mole is mass over MR. What is the mass of lead 2 nitrate? 331.2. And what is the mass given? 6.62. Answer. I'm going to remove this. You tell me how do I find the mass? The moles of lead nitrate. Tell me. What do I divide with what?
Mass, it is 6.62 divided by, we have to find it.
Yeah, so how much is it? The MR of lead nitrate.
MR, it is 331.
Answer.
1 minute. It is 6.62 divided by 331. Sir, I got 0.01999879271.
That's like a phone number, but we only need this much. Okay. Right, but you don't even need this much. You need 4 digits, right? 4 digits are enough. 4 numbers. These are digits. 199. Forget the zeros. Now, okay. Next thing is I can round this up to 0.2, 0.002. Okay. Same thing. 199 is 0.200. Next up, next thing is look at the balanced equation. I want you to find the ratio. How do I do this? This is how it works. Whenever you have a question like this, the first thing you need to do is write the 2 things you're comparing. You're comparing PbNO3 and you're comparing PbO, lead oxide. What is the molecule? First thing first, what is the mass? I know the mass of this guy, which was 6.62 grams. I can find the moles. How many moles was it? 0.002. Okay. Now, what is the ratio of these guys? Can you tell me? What is the ratio of these guys? Of lead nitrate and PbO. Look at the numbers here. Can you see the number in front of these? The number 2 and 2. Niranjana, can you see this? Ratio.
Yes, sir.
The ratio is 2. What is the ratio of this guy? PbO. What should I write? 2:2. 2. What will I write in front of this?
4.
4. And oxygen?
1.
1. Now, if I know the moles of this guy, how much will the moles of this guy be? Can you tell me? Let's say if moles of this guy was 1, if I look at the moles of this guy was 1. How much moles will it be for PbO? Also 1. Because they have the same number, same ratio, 2:2. So it will be same. Now let's look at 4NO2. How much NO2 will 1 mole of this guy produce? It will produce double. Because if you look at the mole ratio, it's 2:4. Right? 2 will produce 4. It will produce double of itself. So 1 mole will give us 2. And for PbNO and oxygen, I realize the ratio is 2:1. Half. 1 is half of 2. So if I look at moles, mole will also be half. 0.5. Now I'm going to do this all over again. Niranjana, tell me, if I had 1 mole of lead nitrate, how many moles of lead oxide will be produced?
1.
1. How many moles of nitrate? Nitrogen
2.
dioxide? 2. How many moles of oxygen?
0.
0? That's wrong. Correct. How much?
It will be 1.
That's also wrong.
Why?
Why? That's a good question. Look over here. Look at 2 and 1. Look at the ratios. This 2 and this 1. What can you think about these two numbers? 2:1. इससे क्या समझ आ रहा है कि एक डबल है दूसरा उससे आधा है? Yes. The other one is half of this. Oxygen is half of lead nitrate. Yes. Oxygen has a ratio. They have a ratio of 2:1. That means oxygen is half of lead nitrate. This was 2. Or I can also say lead nitrate is double of oxygen. So if you add 1 mole of this guy, then oxygen will be half of that. So what is half of 1 mole? 0.5. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, if I add other moles, what about this? 4. If I add 4 moles of lead nitrate, how many moles of lead oxide will be produced? If I add 4 of these guys, how many moles of lead oxide will be produced? How? रेशियो को देखो आप. रेशियो बताओ मुझे क्या है रेशियो? What is the ratio here?
2:4:1.
2:4:1 नहीं चाहिए ना मुझे चाहिए सिर्फ lead nitrate और lead oxide. Right? That's what we're comparing. एक दो चीजों को एक साथ करना है सिर्फ. सब नहीं कर सकते एक बार में. तो lead nitrate और lead oxide का आप रेशियो बताओ मुझे. Lead nitrate and lead oxide, what is the ratio between them?
So how will we do that?
Yes, ask me. 2 and 2. क्या है lead nitrate के ऊपर? 2. So the ratio is 2:2. Yes. रेशियो क्या है इसके ऊपर? नंबर देखो आप. lead nitrate के ऊपर नंबर क्या है आप बताओ. lead nitrate के जो ऊपर नंबर लिखा है वो क्या है? Read it out.
So the ratio is 2:4:1 over here.
Okay, now, okay. Is it better if I speak in English or Hindi?
So both languages are okay for me.
You are understanding, yes? So
Yeah.
just tell me, okay, what is the number written on top of lead nitrate?
Lead nitrate, it is 2.
2, that's all I'm asking. Now you tell me what is the number written on top of lead oxide?
2.
2. अब सब भूल जाओ आप. Forget 4 and 1. We don't care about that. What we care about is 2:2. Yes, do you see that? 2:2. Right? 2:2. That's the ratio between lead nitrate and lead oxide. Is that clear? इतना समझ आया?
Oh, yeah.
इसके आगे हम करते हैं. Let's move onwards. Now, if I tell you that how can you compare 2 and 2? Are they same? Is this guy double of this guy? Is it half of that guy? Let's look at 2 and 2. Are they same? Are they double of each other? Or what is the relationship between 2 and 2? They are equal, yes? बराबर है 2 and 2, yes? They're equal. So if 4 यहाँ पर है तो 4 यहाँ पर भी होगा. Make sense?
Yeah.
So far understood? Okay. Now let's compare. Now I'm going to ask you. Let's forget this. We had 2, 2. Okay, this is what I had. Now if I give you 6 over here, 6 moles of lead nitrate I used. Okay, 6 moles of lead nitrate I used. Tell me how many moles of nitrogen dioxide are produced. Steps kya hai? What is the first step? One step is mole ratio. Second step is compare. That's basically the first step. Yep. Compare mole ratio. Second, find a known. Now I'm trying to find what is X here. पर. How many moles of nitrogen dioxide are produced? First step, compare mole ratio, right? So tell me what is the number on top of lead nitrate?
2.
2. What is the number on top of nitrogen dioxide?
4.
4. So 2:4. Now what is it? What is the relationship between 2 and 4? How are they different? Do you realize that 4 is double of 2?
Yeah.
So X will also be double of 6. So what is double of 6?
12.
So the answer is 12 moles. Is that
Okay.
samajh aa raha hai?
Huh.
Now let's tell me what will the answer be for lead oxide?
So it's better that we don't continue this much right now because I will get all confused.
We'll just finish this one, right? This answer.
Okay.
Now you have to face it. There's no other option, right? You have to solve
Also,
the
in
question.
one day, this.
Yeah, in one day, this much is, you're saying this much is enough, yeah? Yes? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
But that's not true. In one day, this much is enough. Not really, no. You have to practice on your own. I don't think you're going to practice after this. As soon as the class is over, you'll close the books and perhaps you'll start doing something else. Yes?
Tomorrow I'm not at home, but after that I have so many assessments.
Your voice is breaking up.
So tomorrow I won't be at home, and after that I have so many assessment tests, so I have to study.
I see. Oh, you have to study. Just finish this one. What is the moles of oxygen produced? If this is 6. If lead nitrate is 6, how many moles of oxygen are produced?
12.
Not 12. What is the what is happening if you go from 2 to 1?
It will be
half.
2.
No, 2 to 1 is half, right? So this guy will also half. So what will it become?
It will become 6.
Half of 6 is 6. What is half of 6?
3.
3. Because 1 is half of 2. So the answer will be half of 6 as well on top. I'm going to end that here, but you need a lot more practice in this because your teachers will tell you, don't listen to the teachers, the other teachers. They will tell you that you're wrong, you don't know this, or perhaps you're getting bad marks, but they're not telling you how to improve, right? I'm telling you how to improve. So just work hard and do more questions, practice, right? Okay, that's all for today.